Hello everybody, that's here for life here with my buddy Ian. He recently did something really amazing. Ian, want to tell him?
Yeah, I got 3rd place at the Dragon Duel WCQ and I'm going to Worlds in August, so.
That is really, really awesome. So, his is his Pkfire deck. It's the deck that he played. I don't think you've made any changes since then, right?
No, I didn't.
No, okay, yeah, I kind of figured. So, go ahead and get going.
Alright, cool. So, I played 2 Baylor, 2 Maxi. It's kind of just self-explanatory. Tour Guide, 3 Terror Top, and Attackers on board. I actually saw a BA player who wasn't playing these, and I was just amazed. It's like, why? I don't know. 3 Farfa, 2 Seer, 2 Skarm. A lot of people were questioning me why I was only playing 2 Skarm instead of 3, and the space in the main deck was really tight for me. And I would have rather 3 Farfa than 3 Skarm because of the fact that, like, this was good against pretty much every matchup, especially like the Mirror and Monarchs. And this card, you never really use it after like turn 2, and so I just didn't really feel the need to play more than 2. And 1 Alec, 1 Barbar, 1 Calcab. Alec didn't really do anything. Barbar, I know green styled a couple people for game, and then Calcab is really good. This won me a couple games because I just bounced their back row. Graph, Libic, self-explanatory. 3 boots, 2 cloak, and gloves. It's also just really standard. The entire deck is really just mostly, there's not really any like special tech choices. 3 Twin Twister. I actually drew multiples when I didn't really want to. It clogged up my hand a couple times. I actually would maybe just play 2. 2 Allure and 1 Foolish. Konami should never have put this card to 2. It's so good.
I think it's still at 3 over in OCG.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
3 Fogblade. This card is I don't even have words for how good this card is. It's just insane. It's just, a searchable Fiendish Chain is just ridiculous.
And it's a Monster Reborn.
Yeah, that too. I played 3 Anti-Spell because going into the event, they were all like, all of them were kids, so like I was expecting them all, I was expecting most of them to be playing the cheapest deck, which was Monarchs, so this kind of just like locks them out, and I figured all the good players were going to be playing Pendulums, which I was kind of wrong about. All the good players were playing Cosmo, so that kind of sucked. And then 1 Strike and 1 Warning. So originally I was just playing 2 Strike, but I realized that Warning is like the same card but just a little bit better, and it's only 500 more life points, so I just played 1 and 1. Looking back on it, I wish I would have, I drew multiples of these a lot, so I wish I would have cut one of these and played the 2nd Strike, because there were a lot of times where I wish I did have the Strike, but it was fine. 41 cards in the main deck, and then Jaden Token. 3 Dante, 3 Beatrice. The 3 Beatrice, I was getting criticized on because a lot of people were only playing 2, and in testing, the 3rd came up a lot, and like I had an extra space in my extra deck, and I just didn't really know what to play, so I put in the 3rd Beatrice because it did come up a lot. I could have played the 2nd Levier, but yeah, I don't know. This just, and there were, I think this won me like 1 game in Swiss, so I mean, I'm glad I had it. It's just, it wasn't as good as it was in testing. 2 Break Sword, just so busted. The card's absolutely ridiculous. 2 F-Zero, because I don't know. I was sort of afraid of Cosmo. Just for the couple Cosmo matches that I would play, and this card like just single-handedly won me won me games in top 16 and top 8 because for my first 2 rounds I played Cosmo, played against Cosmo, and like round 1, my turn 1 against Cosmo was a Beatrice, this, and a set Fogblade, and he drew his next card and just scooped because he had nothing to do. Levier made it once, probably. To be honest, if I was a better player, I probably should have made it more. 1 Nightmare Shark, made it once. Grand Pulse, never ever summoned it the entire tournament. Pilgrim, this card's so good. And Rebellion, this won me my top 4 match. or won me one of the games in my top 4. So, and then side deck. 3 winter cherries. I kind of misplayed because of this card in in top 4 because I was playing against. I knew I was playing the mirror, and I opened up Terror Top Tour Guide. So I'm thinking about it, looking back on it now, I probably should have just tried to go off because he never actually had the cherries. But I tried playing around the cherries, so I just set a graph and set 2 back row and passed. Because I was afraid of the cherries, and I was like hoping I could wait until I drew a cherries and I could cherries in first, which was I felt like that was kind of a misplay because I think I could have won a lot earlier in that game. So 2 Majesty's Fiend. I summoned this against Cosmo and he lost because of it. 2 Vanity's Fiend. It was really good when I did summon it, except for one of the games. I summoned it against Pendulum and I thought I had the game, except he tribute summoned Kira and just bounced it back to my hand and then had the warning when I summoned it again. So 2 Gamma Steel. I milled it every single time I sided it in. 1 Raigeki. Those for the Pendulum matchup and the Domain Monarch matchup. 3 Massacre Strict. Milled it every single time I sided it in. And 2 Full House because I was sort of afraid of playing against Cleatomize. Like, I didn't think I was going to play against any Cleatomize players, but I just wanted to make sure like I had something to decide if I really did, because I had plenty in my side deck for everybody else, for all the other decks, so I was like, well, if I do end up playing against a Cleatomize player, then I want to make sure I'm ready, so I did play the 2 Full House. I never used it. So, yeah, that's the deck.
Alrighty.
So,
anything else you want to say?
Yeah, I'm gonna give some shout outs to a bunch of people. Shout out to Christopher Haberstroh, Connor Walden, Eden Salins, Alex Bolin, Yeti Gaming, Vince Kirkler. I think that's about it. And you, obviously, for letting me borrow the PKs.
Yeah.
So wouldn't have done it without your cards.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Alrighty, so guys, that's the deck profile. Please be sure to leave down a comment down below telling us what you think. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. Peace out. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and see you all later. And random Jaden token.